sure. Caffeine's kicked in. I am going to find you some intro music.
Oh, dear.
Welcome to Speaking Of, I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
So, in our last cliffhanger, that's right, we're following it up.
That's right.
I have lots to say about Disneyland's price hikes. So, I get that you gotta pay for Star Wars Land some way, right?
But was this not considered prior to starting to build said land?
Well, and this is my issue. They
You
always
run out of
wait till
money?
the last minute. Because this happened with Cars Land
Oh, yeah.
on the other side. When Cars Land opened, then like 6 months prior to the opening is when the hikes go up. So I'm like, who gave you a...
Do they do that just because that's a justification?
I don't know. So they're citing crowd control again, which, okay.
Now only the rich people can come.
Exactly. And therein lies the problem.
How about sell only a certain number of tickets?
Well, and they have vacillating price increases, like, depending on how crowded the park is, the price is higher for a day ticket. And if you happen to pick a non-busy day, you can go and... But even then, I think a day pass now is up to 115 or something. It wasn't like that. Like, even when we went with Emily a couple years ago...
Yeah.
Just for a day, I think we got in for like 85 or something.
Yeah.
Which still isn't cheap,
is a lot,
but
yeah. More reasonable than, yeah.
Then, yeah. So then my other issue is, and I don't know why I just realized this, they were planning on building a new resort hotel.
Oh, because we don't have enough of those.
So yeah. So the important part of this story is they closed down our precious Rainforest Cafe. I knew Kate would not be happy about that.
I'm never going back.
So, there's certain areas that just got shut down. And
like the government. Making it relatable.
So, the sad thing is they have this little war with Anaheim, because Anaheim now is getting to the point of, you know, we're not so sure you need these tax breaks anymore. So, guess what? Suddenly said hotel... doesn't need to happen anymore. So one of the restaurants had the common sense to get back in there and get there, and I was hoping Rainforest Cafe would go back too, but it's not. I'm sorry, it just exhausts me.
What a letdown.
It is. Now, Marvel Land is coming soon. Maybe that's what we're paying for, is Marvel Land.
There's so many lands. Why? My land. Maybe they should have built a different park.
And if you see the land that they're putting it in, it's on the California Adventure side, or the California Adventure Park. And see, you can see how seriously she takes my Disneyland concerns. But
oh, you're not.
Yeah,
done?
no.
Just kidding.
It's so small. Marvel Land's not going to be that big. But in Hong Kong Disneyland, I think it is.
Add it to the list.
I can't remember, but they have an Iron Man ride there, and Stan Lee makes a cameo on the ride,
Aww.
like the safety part, you know, of this is what you need to do. So I'm like, I hope that somebody had the foresight,
right,
to make this one of his cameos. His last cameo, I guess, will be Spider-Man this year.
Oh, right.
He recorded that many. So actually, that technically means because Captain Marvel, Avengers, Spider-Man.
Oh, good. So that's a few.
He should be in all of those.
And they're all coming up soon.
They are. They're doing the same thing to us as they did last year, where it'll be over by summer. All three of those movies.
Why?
I don't know, because I liked it better when they did a spring, a summer, and a winter, because then I felt like it. But, actually, I know why.
Says the guy who needs IG.
Well, no, I do know why, because Star Wars comes out in December, and I forget that they're all the same people. I don't know how I forget, because I just told you about Disneyland and them being all in the same place.
Still, it makes no sense. None whatsoever. And I'm sure they can justify it with dollar signs and calendars and crap, but I don't buy it.
The whatnot.
And the whatnot. Speaking of the whatnot.
Oh, yay.
Oh, wait. I think I already told this story. Never mind.
It's hard when you have as many stories as we do.
I mean, really.
I was actually thinking that the other day because I did have a story that I was going to come here today with, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did that story last month.
At least you weren't thinking, I'm pretty sure that story is inappropriate. Because we save those for the car. Okay?
Yes, we do. Where no one can hear us.
No one.
Not even Vandy Camp.
Oh, Vandy Camp.
Someday we really are going to have to listen to those tapes. Kate and I used to write.
Yeah, why is that a used to?
I don't know. Well, we got to wait for you to get done being educated so that you have time to do that. That's the reason. It's all her fault. It's always her fault.
Martyr much?
No, I was going to say I was going to claim to being the diva, really. Because who was late to set today?
I hate to break it to you.
It was me.
But
we already knew.
Was there ever any question? The dogs know you're the diva.
Oh, the dogs.
The dogs. It's all gone to the dogs.
Gone to the dogs.
Yes.
Shall we talk about the federal shutdown? The government. Because why not?
I mean...
Everybody else is.
Everybody's talking about it. I hope it's over soon. I hope it's over by the time this airs. Because it takes me a minute, okay?
It does, but that's okay.
Yeah, And so then I keep getting these, like, president-themed comics and memes and things.
Right.
And they're funny. But then it tells me there's a lot going on that I'm not paying attention to.
Right.
Which is intentional, frankly, because it just upsets me. Because, really? But...
That's all we can do at this
right?
point. Really?
Really? Oh, speaking of really...
Just before we go into really, I just want to say the only thing that I'm tired of about this shutdown is I keep getting advertisements on YouTube for Trump's campaign and why Trump is doing this, and I can't get rid of them. So you click on it and it says, why this ad? And usually
because we hate you.
They're more catered, you know, like,
right.
And I'm fine. Use your algorithms and advertise me something I want.
You have that information. No better.
So I'm like, don't tell me it's because it's the place and time. Just tell me that Trump ponied up the money. Okay, I'm done. Okay, back to Reedley.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Something happy now.
I forgot about this last time. So, well, I don't know about happy, but really. So you may have heard recently that the CEO of Amazon is getting divorced.
I did not. It's probably because I'm not worried about the CEO of Amazon, but okay.
I wasn't either.
Well, this will go into something else. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about him either. I mean, whatever happens. But there's an article that was talking about his dismay, let's call it, at having some of his private text messages revealed.
Oh my.
Yeah, I ended up in the National Enquirer, I think.
Oh.
But here's the thing. The article pointed out, somebody referenced in the article pointed out, as the creator of the Amazon Echo, which has consistent issues of eavesdropping, dude shouldn't be surprised.
I was going to say karma, I guess.
Like, if anybody knows private isn't private, dude, really?
So, speaking of devices, but I want to go back.
Left to your own?
Yeah. I recently came into the next generation and purchased an Xbox One that have been out for like 5 years now, which tells you how long it takes for them to become affordable so I can get one.
So there's that.
Like, it turns on. Not by its... Like, you'll hear it humming and fans whirling occasionally. And I still don't know why.
I have some theories.
So do I, and that's why I'm trying not to think about it.
You can take the fan out of the gamer, but you can't take the gamer out of the fan.
Because right now I'm lying to myself and saying, well, maybe they put that in so that dust doesn't get in through the vents and it's constant. Like, I have a good reason right now. Like I said, lying to myself. Anyway.
Yeah.
So back to... Oh,
I mean, that's all.
That's it. So back to people and things that are really none of our business. Let's talk about...
Yeah, things that are none of our business.
Let's talk about things that are none of our business and things that I don't know that I necessarily care about.
Okay.
So, Mr. Star-Lord, a.k.a. Chris Pratt, a.k.a. Andy Dwyer. All the time I'm seeing, he's marrying a Schwarzenegger. That's about all I know.
Right? And it was a big deal because the first person he told was his ex-wife, Anna Faris, and she congratulated them. That's great. That's wonderful. They share
a kid.
That's lovely. I love it.
Yeah, no, I do too, but it's getting to be overkill because now I'm getting articles about, and so I think I get them because I'm a Parks and Recreation fan, and so I look at stuff like that, and obviously Guardians and Marvel, blah, blah. I don't care about if they're having a secret wedding. I don't. He seems like a wonderful man.
If I were him, I'd have a secret wedding too.
And I'm sure the Schwarzenegger daughter came from Arnold's loins. She's got to be nice.
Okay.
He doesn't strike me as a bad man. Maria Shriver, they're great. I just don't need to know all of these things, though. Because I think there comes a certain point which... Why? Why, people?
It's true, and I'll tell you why. Because the average American relies on things that aren't technically real. Now, of course, the Star-Lord and his secret marriage are real.
Well,
however,
I don't know how secret it is. We know what's coming.
It's true. Yeah, this fascination with... Now, Beverly is going to be mad. Because she always gets on my case for not being caught up with this kind of thing. But I just don't care.
Well, I just can't take it when it's thrown at me that much. And
yeah, like maybe have one headline that says, oh, this happened.
Right.
That can be all.
Right.
That can be all.
And that will do it. And, not that I don't wish them the best, because they're really worried about me wishing them the best. Just about as much as I am worried about them getting married.
I did get a call.
I knew it!
We haven't gotten an engagement gift yet! Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's better than being blacklisted. I thought that's where you were going with that.
That's the next step. First you don't send a gift, then you don't get invited anymore.
So, speaking of Marvel, this reminded me, because I don't know if you've seen this yet or not.
Is this the new Spider-Man trailer?
No, but I am avoiding that on purpose because apparently it has... not necessarily leaks, but spoilers somewhat for the Avengers.
Then forget it.
So, yeah, I'm trying to avoid it because I know we're going to be seeing it like at Captain Marvel or Avengers or something. Right. We'll see it eventually, where it will be ruined for us.
We won't even need Mark Ruffalo's help.
Right? So, yeah, I'm trying to, just put that off as long as I can.
Okay.
However, Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, who stars in the Fast and Furious films, wants a crossover with Chris Hemsworth playing Thor so they can have a battle.
Wait, the Fast and the Furious guy?
Yes, so
Thor.
It will be his character from the Fast and the Furious and Thor, and we don't Fast or Furious, so...
I thought that was Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel was a part of it, but him and The Rock got into a fight. Well, not a fight. They just don't like each other, so The Rock is now carrying on the franchise.
No. The hard answer is no. Just no.
So, yes.
You can say who would win in a fight, Thor or Fast and the Furious guy. You can say that, but no, we're not making...
Thor will win because he has electricity. The end.
Duh. Know your audience is all I'm saying.
The end. No more debate. We put an end to it.
Yeah, there was no debate. That was a straight up no. Next.
Oh, next.
I feel like there's a plethora of topics and stories right about here.
They're just not getting through today.
I can't grasp them. Every so often, you say something and I'm like, oh yeah, and then it's gone.
Oh.
I'm sorry, in case you missed it. Because we all did.
Well, and my problem is I do have more stories, but they just can't be said on camera.
Yeah, we'll be discussing those later.
Do you want to whip out the letters, or do you want to save them for another time? because I found my letters from Kate that we sent. Maybe we will do it for another time.
Yeah, we'll do it another time because then we can kind of correlate the letters. We'd love to give you the real-time back and forth that was us in college.
The one thing that I was wondering, though, is I found it interesting that we both saved them. I don't really know why. Not that it was a bad thing.
I know why.
Why?
Because
we're very important to each other.
And maybe they'll be worth money someday. Actually,
someday.
Every time I have found old letters of anybody's, it encourages me to save those kinds of things. Because it's just fun to go through them later, even if you don't even know who they are. Not that anyone will have that problem with us.
Yes.
Everybody knows who we are.
No, and it's taken all my strength not to read the ones that I had. I had to find them and then not, because I'm like, I really want to read them now. But I'm saving it.
Oh, I can only imagine. The things that seemed important back in the day.
Well, and I just laugh because we were writing letters, and I'm sure email was available. No, never mind. We're not talking about this anymore.
It was. We just were really old-fashioned in the early 2000s.
Well, honestly, I probably didn't have access. I would have had to go to the library. Who's got time for that?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Library, schmaberry. That's not right.
Speaking of library.
Oh dear.
This is hilarious. So, I'm on YouTube, and as everyone knows, I'm a big He-Man, Masters of the Universe fan. Everyone knows. Mm-hmm. Surely I've worn my He-Man shirt on one of the many episodes through the years.
Sure.
So YouTube comes up with Skeletor's best insults. Who's not clicking on this video?
Nobody.
So this is what kills me. One of his best insults is he's sitting on his throne and he's yelling at Beastman. No! Books are the real treasure, you boob!
Nice try.
So I don't know. I'm like, was that like after the moral of the story? Like, it was so out of context and I haven't seen it in so long.
Books are the real treasure.
You boob! He likes to say you boob a lot, too. Come in, King Randor, you royal boob.
Skeletor's vocabulary seems a mite limited.
Oh, he's hilarious. I'm like, I'm going to forward the video to you as soon as we get done with this.
The books are the real treasure. Speaking of vocabulary.
Oh, yay!
I recently was asked to write a letter of recommendation, which I'm happy to do.
Hard. Those are hard ones.
This one took me a minute because I don't.
Even if you like, that's terrible. Even if you like the person,
sometimes
they're hard to do.
Sometimes they're hard if you don't have a good grasp of what the letter receiver is looking for.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
So I try to kind of look at what is it that they want anyway.
What do you want to hear?
So this one kind of took me a minute to get started, and I was changing gears. And anyway, but at the end of the story, I was very proud to have written a nice letter that included some really fun words.
What did you say?
Included the word arsenal, cohort. Oh, there was another one I just thought of. But arsenal's good, right? Oh, there was another word that I wanted to share.
I hope it was. That person had many professional skills in their arsenal.
Well, technically, yes. And just FYI, I did look it up to make sure that legitimately it has that alternate meaning that is not linked to firearms. It does. Okay? I made sure.
That's hilarious.
These are the times when I hope that whoever receives the letter doesn't, look me up.
Maybe they'll have positive feedback for you like I did for the traffic school. Your sense of humor was really appreciated.
I do hear that sometimes. And then sometimes not. Speaking of which.
Oh boy.
So at work, we have an email box that is used to send emails out to the general public.
Got it.
Okay. This email address does not allow external emails to be sent to it. Only internal emails can be sent to it.
Of course.
Okay. So then there's an incident where somebody, blah, 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 went up the chain, et cetera, et cetera. So my director says, let's maybe switch that to accept external emails. And I'm thinking,
oh boy.
Okay.
That's opening Pandora's box.
Yeah. So I put in an IT ticket asking for this mailbox to be allowed to receive external emails.
Oh no.
Within a week, I had, because I managed this box, I had 2,500
oh no.
emails, most of which were out of office replies. And if you think about it, that makes sense. But the others were junk mail and responses that don't belong. I mean, it says right there. I'm not even going to get started on that. Anyway, so I go back to the director and I say, so,
hello, director.
As it turns out, I think this is why we made it that way in the first place. And he said, you're right. So I had to open another IT ticket to get it reversed. And in that IT ticket, I put, we have seen the error of our ways. And have
Shut it down! Shut them all down!
learned why this account was originally set not to accept external emails. Would you kindly please put it back?
ASAP, please.
And I really hope that whoever got that ticket was like,
saw that coming.
I try to lighten it up a little bit.
Right. We're not complete fools.
We have seen the error of our ways. Okay, we repent. Change it back.
I was going to say, as long as they didn't say, so many Hail Marys.
Yeah, no, they didn't say anything to me. They knew better. Yes.
All right. Well, on that note, shall we wrap up?
Let's wrap it up and then we can record some letters.
Okay.
Okay.
Until next time, I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
Bye.